I have a science experiment slash magic trick that you can do at home with your kids, and all you need is a peeled orange and a vase full of water. Now mine's sitting on my grandma's Pyrex bowl because I needed to elevate it off the countertop, but you don't have to do that at home. The first thing you're gonna do is start by asking your kids what's gonna happen to this orange when you drop it in the water. Is it gonna sink or is it gonna float? If you said sink, you would be correct. Now the reason why it sinks is because its mass weighs more than the water it displaces. These are the principles of density. Things that have a higher density than water are going to sink, and things that have a lower density than water are going to float. I think density equals mass divided by volume, but you might want to check me on that because I went to public school. So the rules of the game are, you got to get the orange out of the vase of water, but you can't spill any of the water. You also can't use any instruments like tongs or a cup, and you cannot pick up the vase and pour the water out. You can't move the vase around at all. So how are you going to get the orange out of the vase of water? Your first thought is probably going to be to stick your hand in, right? Just pluck it up. That's not going to work because your hand is going to displace too much water and it's going to spill. That's going to break rule number 1. So the way that you actually get the orange out of the vase of water is by creating something called a vortex. You're going to take your 2 fingers and start to swirl the water like this. This is going to take a couple of seconds, okay? So have some patience, be careful so you don't spill the water and break your own rules. But as you can see, the vortex or whirlpool is going to cause the orange to start to float. The reason this is happening is because in the middle of the vortex, the water is pushing down, and along the sides, it's pushing up. That changes the pressure under the orange long enough that it begins to float. And then voila, you can grab it from the top. I think it's pretty cool, right? Now you have to use a peeled orange because oranges that still have their peel, some of those will float because of the air pockets that are trapped inside. So it needs to be a peeled orange. That's the only kind of caveat to the science experiment. I hope you guys do this at home with your kids. I think it's pretty cool. I'm a 40-year-old kid, so what do I know? But it also teaches them some science stuff at the same time, and it makes you look smart. So let me know if you do this at home and what your kids think.